All right, I'm back. We're in the conference class tournament. It's in the opening round. I'm in the pro division. I'm in my odd account. I decided I was only going to play a couple accounts in rookie this week. I didn't want to overwork it, so I thought I'd help my clan out and get some points. Play pro, see how it goes. I played yesterday and last night while I was watching TV and I don't have any notes. So some of the stuff I did on the front I might be able to remember. We'll see. I'll have to, if I in the weekend round, what I should do is watch my videos from the opening round, and especially the front nine. We'll see how the back nine goes. Maybe we should be watching this video and make some notes so that I at least have something. At least I don't have to reinvent the wheel for the ball. Let's think what we got here. What is hole number 10? What is hole number 10? All right, on the front I tried a max curl shot over here, and I actually made it over to this spot when I hit here, instead of going up, it took the slide and went woo and ended up behind the trees. Had the distance, but definitely had too much distance. Let's see which way the wind's blowing. Side wind. If you want to play off of this island, I don't have enough topspin to get me from here, or I'd have to bring out a topspin boost ball if I wanted to bounce off of this island and go this island and then run out. I've seen several people try it and they're just a little short. Topspin boost ball or a bigger power ball so that you could start off on this. And I think in pro we have to have a little bit of help in order to get there, even with a 5 power ball. So a pure side wind's not really going to help us. I'd have to hit off this with a topspin boost ball, and I'm not really keen on doing that. I could hit it up here, but man, this is like such a defeatist area, and there's fans over there. You start hitting into the fans, they're going to get all pissed off at you, and the next thing you know, they're gonna be egging our house. We can't be doing that. So even though I didn't do it on the first one, I'm going to do this again and see if I can work out that. Where I'd set up here and where I came through, man, it was close. I needed to give myself a little teeny bit more room, and with the curl to catch that bounce. I think if I caught the bounce like right, I mean, I barely even hit the fairway, but I hit it right at that transition and it just took a shot and went straight out. And so I need to think about how my arc is. So if I'm set up here and I'm putting the curl on it, where I'd like to land out in this area a little bit more. Maybe not put all the topspin on it. I ran every bit of topspin. I don't really have to do that. All right, we're gonna go out there and try it. I don't want to bring out a big enough ball to get me here, and the wind's not quite right, and so I'm gonna just go for this and see if we can get over there. We'll have some fun. We're gonna have some fun on this hole. We're just gonna go out and wing it. I've been doing in rookie, I've been adding on 10%. My variable is 10% onto the wind. Some people call it elevation, but elevation is a drop in. You're here and we're either going up in elevation or we're going down in elevation. And we see this with our eyes when we're out on the course, but this does not translate over to the variable. There's some variable that's in there that we have to do, that some dweeb at Playdemic put in, that has nothing to do with the elevation. Because we've all seen holes that are uphill where technically if it was doing that, we would take wind off something. We'd subtract out some wind. If we had a 3 mile an hour wind, we would do less than 3. And that doesn't work out. So obviously our eyes aren't lying to us, but the variable that they put into the system has nothing to do with elevation. Elevation is a real thing, but it's not the variable that we're doing. That's just the imaginary variable that some Playdemic employee put in there. And I'm sure that people will argue back and go, no, it's elevation. And I will agree that there is such a thing as elevation. But what I'm saying is that it's not consistent throughout the game. You can think of how many holes out there that we do an adjustment on, and it's like, wow, we do a 20% adjustment on that, and you get on another hole and you're not even that far down and you're doing a 30, or you're doing it. The elevation stuff that's a great word, but it's not not what they do. Now, I think it was I did get over there into that. I was wrong. 6.4, 469. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 69. Let's put all that forward wind back on. And see where it goes. If I'm going to throw it out there, at least, I didn't make it. At least on that side, there's a shot that it could get on, and I know I'm not going to be short. I mean, it's a low percentage shot, but there is something. Nice of them to put those signs there, though. They were thinking about us. I ought to do a thought experiment, and I ought to print out, like, we got the wind going from the right to the left, and then, because normally if you go to a course, you can go to pretty much any course in America, unless it's a private club, walk into the clubhouse and ask them for a scorecard, and on the scorecard there will be a layout of the course, and it'll show you all the holes. And so you got hole number 1, and then hole number 2, and then hole number 3 comes back, and then hole number 4, and it'll be some kind of layout like that where it'll show you. And see, and obviously Golf Clash they don't follow that. There's max, there's mid. Man, I'm in the 8 per ring range. .3 divided by 8. 0.8 of a ring. .8 of a ring. Oh, 70 rings, great. The cool news is that nobody has gone through. I'm sure with this with the way that the executive team works at Playdemic and EA Sports, I'm sure that somebody's went, why don't we change the, if you got a 1 mile an hour per ring, you got a sniper, it's 100% accurate. It's 1 ring. It's 1 per ring. It's 1 to 1. 1 mile an hour of wind, 1 ring at max. Why don't we change those variables? Because, like now that the game is out, we can go back and look at things that we wish that we would have did when we first started and change all those numbers. I'm surprised. I'm glad that they haven't done something stupid like that, because, I think they would. They want to talk about pissing off their fan base. They haven't done that. But what they have done is with all these little micro adjustments. And this variable that some people call elevation. I'd really like them. They have enough courses out there right now. I'd really like them to go back through and standardize all of it, so that it's consistent from one area to the next. So if we're on a hole and we're looking down and it's like, holy crap, that thing is way downhill, and on one hole we're doing a 60%, and on this hole we only do a 25. that they would standardize it so that it would be more accurate to what we see, especially the uphill shots. It's not, there's more downhill shots in the game than there are uphill shots, but there's a lot of uphill shots. And I can only think of one or two where we take wind off. And I can think of at least one where they've gone back and they've redesigned the hole and they've put in a secondary pin placement, and we don't do minus anymore on that hole. If you do a minus, you'll be short. You'll be off. You wouldn't have pulled it enough. So when they changed it, they changed that, and so like standardize that so it's a little bit more stable across the game, or at least our eyes are telling us one thing and then the game is backing that up. I doubt that they'll do that, because I doubt that they would be that nice to us. I doubt it. Hole number 2. All right. I think I over pulled it. I've been doing 10% in rookie. It seems like I did a 10 and I didn't pull it enough, and then I did a 20 and that was way too much. Way too much. Let's think. Uh-oh. Gordon's thinking. That's a problem. That's why you can see smoke coming from the Pacific Northwest. You thought it was a volcano. Let's think here. Let's take a navigator. Can we take a nav? I think we can take a navigator. I think we can. I think we can. I really feel like, which way's the wind blowing? Ooh, super easy to overdraw, underdraw on this. Yeah, this is one of the holes I missed on the front. I'm sure I did a 20 and that was way too much. Shit, I think it would have been too much even if I did 10. I think the first time what happened is I brought the wrong stuff and I was right up against my red line and I tried to push the issue a little, and I could have got myself off trajectory. So I really don't know if I can count that one. I'm going to just do a straight up shot. Wherever I'm at my club, the wind divided by wherever I'm at my club. That's what I'm going to do. All right, here we go. And I'm going to probably be using my rock. The rock. I go first. Okay, there's min. There's max. And there's mid. So I'm eking mid, which is 1.1 per ring. I'm going to do 5.4 divided by 1.15. It's 4.7. There's 4.7. Getting it perfect. That was still just a little bit of an overpull, even doing it straight up. I split the difference. What the deal was there was I was in about 3/4 club. So here's max, here's mid, and here's min, and I was in quarter club. I was about here. So at mid it's 1.1, it's 1 at max, 1.1 at mid, and 1.2 at min. So I did 1.15. If anybody's doing the math at home and going, how the hell did you end up with 4.69? I thought it was 1.1. So it was 5.4 divided by 1.15. 5. Closer. Still overpulled it. I made a comment the other day in the video that this hole right here, A lot of it looks the same, but the river's not nearly as wide as it used to be. And there used to be an island. And for those people that are hitting on the left-hand side and then trying to bounce it over on the very end and drive it over towards the cup, that shot was there before, but it was a lot more difficult before because the river was wider and there was an island in the middle. And the island was domed. And so if you hit right here, right where you were aiming in the dead center middle of that island, the ball went where you wanted it to go. But if you hit, it was domed like this, but if you hit in front of it, the ball dove. If you hit behind it, the ball took a big ass bounce. If you hit over here on the right, it dove to the right. If you hit over here on the left, it dove to the left. And so there was one spot out there. They put a penny in that spot. So if you hit the penny, you were in the right spot. And otherwise, the island sucked. And I did use the island several times. If you hit perfect on a regular basis, it wasn't a bad deal. And if you made a good wind adjustment. But it was a super dangerous place to go. But every now and then somebody'd it was really hard to get up on the green and get a hole-in-one. But every now and then somebody get lucky and get a hole-in-one. And if you really, really, really wanted to go for it, the island was the way. And you'd go for it on the island. Most people, that hole has been like this when they changed it and they took the island off of it. Most people did forget the island was there. Yes, sir. Sir. See 'em itty bitty eyes. Em are snakes. Em are not. Sar. CMEDBD eyes. Em are snakes. It's a English test for people in the South. M are snakes. M are not. We know how to spell not. SAR. CMEDBD eyes. You get it? Does it make sense? There's a whole bunch of them like that. They're all pretty funny, but that's my favorite one. Hole number 12. See, you got some educational stuff right here. Look at that. I think that was the Alabama 12th grade reading and writing test. Part of it. All right. Once again, you got to bring a big ball if you're going to go from... Hey guys, darn it. Lost my pen. I hate it when it does that. You got to bring a big ball if you're going to go here. Or unless we had a pure tailwind. So I'm going to go down to this area. Unless I can get out here with a 3-power ball, and I don't think it's possible in pro. I think in rookie it is, but not in pro. I think if you want to get over here, you got to have to bring out a 5-power ball. And I'm not willing to bring out a 5-power ball, maybe on the weekend round, but if we can find a good spot over there on the left, there we still have a great shot from over there. We do. We don't need anything too special here. I don't think it's going to make any difference as far as like, I'm just going to bring, I'll bring a katana. And you can do it with a marlin, so I'm not sure if you can get all the way down. I think you can get all the way down on the left hand side so that you can get yourself into long iron range. But they put those, but if you wanted to do that in the past, you would want to get all the way down there and then try and be going to the right. And they put signs out there on the right, so you don't want to get too close down there. Although I don't know that I could get to where those signs are at. If I add on 10%, that would be what, 6-3? It's 3 rings. 3 rings. And I'm going to put the forward power back on. and pounded down there into the rough. Right there. Right by the tree. That tree wasn't there when this hole came out. They put that tree out there to try and block people's shot because they knew that was pre-sign. That was somebody going, hey, they hit out into that area and we could kind of hamper their shot a little bit if we put some trees out there. So we got on this hole one time and they put trees out there. I think they did that on several holes on this course. They came out retrospectively and put some trees on. Nice shot. Nice shot, my man. Nice. I'm just going to do a straight up shot. Max club. Pull back a little so I can work the wind out. 6.4 divided by 2. 3.2 rings. There's 3, 2. That was at least 500, maybe 5,000 rings. Great to the left. Nice long putt. At least for me, that's a long putt. I would have rather made it to the fringe. Dang it. Dag nabbit. No gimmies. That was not what they were looking for. It wasn't. Hitting it perfect. In the hole! In the hole! Well, nothing so far. I would say I gave myself at least a look at it on hole number 1, but that was pretty grim. I did give myself a look at it on hole number 2. All right. I don't think I did anything on the front, so that's the thing. I felt better on the back, on the last half of the course as opposed to the front. So here we go, hole number 13. Let's get this one. I think I can. Hole number 4. All right, let's see which way's the wind blowing. Jeez. I think on the front the wind was blowing such that I did the rough bump. But I am not really interested in pulling over that sand because I'm not exactly sure in pro what the pull is. So I'm going to just hit it up there. And I think I can just use exactly what I got right here. I think I can. I think I can. Hole number 4. Yeah, and that rough bump, with how they've expanded that rough down there, because that rough used to not be so big. There was just the skinny area of rough. That other area wasn't there. We didn't have a second cut of the rough. The second cut of the rough was the cut of the rough. Let's see what they pull it. You can see that the rings are getting distorted in the sand. There's 1. They did 1 1/4 rings. Yeah, it felt like they didn't pull it enough. It was a 3/4 wind, and that's a 1 I think, and they weren't at Max Club, so I mean, but it was probably like 3 rings is what they should have pulled it. I'm at the +8 mark. $5-2. I'm not going to add on or take off anything I'm not sure, so I'm just going to hit it straight out. 5-2. Hitting it perfect. What's up, baby?
Hey.
Let's see if it'll roll down the hill and go even close to going towards the cup. Mile away. It is a mile away. It was. Let's see if my opponent can make it in from there. That was really a really bad setup on their part. You would think with 2,409 games won that they would have figured out something. You ready for dinner?
I was going to see when you wanted me to order and what you wanted.
Hold on a second.
Just let me know.
All right, let's see if they can get in. Perfect. If they set it up, now let's see if they set this one up right. They did. One bad shot and one great shot, still birdie. That works, my friend. They're happy. That's like, that's a bad deal. Like dropping a shot on a par 3, it sucks. There's no recovering. All right, in the hole, birdie. All right, hold on. All right, we are ordering dinner. We decided we want to take out tonight. We'll see. I have no issue with restaurants. I totally get it. I have no issues. I totally get, especially I live in Oregon, our minimum wage went up. I got no problem. Paying that little extra, for the staff. I got no problem with that. But what I do have a problem with is when you go to a restaurant and the prices are high and they're giving you less, or the food is just absolutely shitty. It seems like after COVID, a lot of chefs got out of the business or whatever, or people, and a lot of places you go to and you get food, it's like, damn, I could have made this 10 times better at home. So we're trying out some different restaurants in town, seeing if there's any of them that are worth going back to on a regular basis. I like to cook, and I like to cook good, so if we find something we like, I'd just rather cook it at home, and we can invite people over. And I can feed 10 people for what it would cost to feed 2 at a restaurant. All right, hole number 14. But that's just me. Hole number 14. Hole number 5. All right, we got an opportunity here. I'm going to bring which way's the wind blowing? That one works for us. I'm bringing a Kingmaker Heartbreaker. And that bag right there. And I am doing 10% on this, and I'm not so sure in pro if we shouldn't be doing a little bit more, but I'm going to do at least a 10% on the drive. Times the wind divided by 1.5. Joshua goes first. I'm not so sure at that angle. It's going to be close whether or not there's, that'll be tailwind. And they hit. This is not going to go good. it's going to end up, it's got to be ending up in the rough. For sure. Eyeballed it and then hit it 2 rings great to the right. Not good. Not good. Five 2, 5.2, 3.81 rings. There's 3.81. Put just a little bit of curl on it, bring it back to the fairway, and just a titch of overpower. Perfect. So my dogs go crazy. Whoa down, cat daddy. Whoa down. Now that, my friends, is the absolute perfect spot, and Playdemic put a sign there. Are they not cheese ball dick lickers, or am I getting it wrong? I know I've talked about this. I talked about it in the last video. I mean, that is so cheesy. So anytime Playdemic tells you, well, you know, you need to do this. No, what you need to do, I'm in the perfect spot. I did exactly what the game wanted me to do. I used my club to the best of my ability. I brought out the right ball. I had the right club. I hit the shot perfect. It went right where I wanted it to go. It's got the thing, and I am behind the sign. Now, luckily for me, I'm so close that I can try and get it without. What a bunch of 1.1 times. I'm gonna do the wind. 4.9 rings. There's 4. 9. Hitting it perfect. Close. I was thinking about which way is the wind blowing. I was thinking about pulling at the extra 0.1 and just doing a 5-mile-an-hour pull, because and I wish that I had. That was right there, right there. That was plus 10, and the club at max is 1.1, so I was going to do, once again, 1.1 times the wind divided by 1.1, and they balanced each other out, so it's just the wind. But I was thinking when I did it, man, I should add on the plus 0.1. I should have. And I think I started off on that side of the flagpole, so I really should have did the plus 0.1. If I was aiming at the flagpole, it would have came in. I think it might have actually gone in. Close, 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 close. I like it though. I think that's a hole that on the weekend round, that's a possibility right there, right there. The sign thing is, I'm never going to get over that, and I don't want any of you to get over it. I think every day, every single one of us should send in a thing and say, you know, when are you guys going to take the signs out of play? When are you going to take the signs out of play? When are you going to take the signs out of play? When are you going to put shrubs in play? If you're going to leave the signs in play, then you need to start putting shrubs in play. Or how come trees are in play and shrubs aren't? When are you going to take the signs out of play? Playdemic will come back and go, well, you know, in golf, they say that if it's a permanent thing, then, you know, you don't get relief from it. And we've put those signs out there permanently now. And so we're not going to give you any relief on it. You'll just have to not hit in front of the signs. So what you're saying is that you've turned your golf game into a putt-putt golf game. Hole number 6, our midterm. All right, this is the only hole that I am going to bring out something good on, because I've got to think here. I got to think long and hard here for a second. I almost think I need to practice this hole, even though I only have one practice token. And the reason is that on the front, let's go look at that hole. We got side wind here. So here we got this wind, and on the front we had this wind. And if you do a max overpower hook shot, at least the way I set up max overpower hook shots, other people might tell you something different. But the way I set up max overpower hook shots, I need to take the wind out in order for my shot to be good. So like if with this type of wind, I can leave the wind in if I just pound the ball straight down here and get down into the area. But if I was doing a max overpower hook shot with this, I'd take the wind out. And I'm not smart enough to know how to put the wind back in. Although you could probably just put the wind back in, but I usually take the wind out. But on a side wind day, I'm not going to get any of this forward loft, and I think I could get farther down there with a max overpower hook shot against this wind, against this side wind. But I'm not, I think I know exactly where to set this shot up to make that happen, but I'm not absolutely sure. And you almost have to practice a max overpower hook shot. You need to practice it with the ball you're going to do it with, because if you bring out a 3-power ball, your red line, I'm just going to pick a spot. Your red line might be here. Well, let's pick a better spot. Your red line might be here, but with a 5-power ball, your red line might be here. And so, like on your flight coming through, like if you were trying to clear this rough area right here, what you need to have set up for this length of ball versus this length of ball are different. So, like with this, you might be 1 ring in from the rough on your setup, but with this you might be 2 rings in on it to give yourself a little bit more room. Let's think. Do I practice? All right, we're just gonna go take it. I think that no matter what or do I just pound it down there and hope for the best? What do I do? I'm not sure. I'm just going to bring a power 5 ball and just pound it down there. We'll look at it. This club hits farther. Do I have a bag? I got that bag right there. Right there, right there, right there. Just for this hole. Just for this hole. And I'm bringing a Berserker selected. Let's go. Let's go. Moss goes first. Mose goes first. Let's see what kind of distance they get with a Titan. The king of balls. And that looks like 3 something. Ooh, it is 409. That's actually not too bad with a power 3 ball. So maybe just pound it down there. I'm going to add on 10%, so that would be 8.5. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 5. One ring great to the right. Man, I don't even know. Shit, I didn't even make it that far. I didn't even make it as far as... Did I make it as far as my opponent? I did make it a little bit farther than them, but that's like 20 yards short of where I was out on the last round. That's all that wind. And they definitely brought the wrong club for that. It doesn't really... I mean, if you're getting all the way up to the tip and you're bringing out a topspin boost ball and you're doing that stuff, you could probably get away with a sniper. You can get away with a sniper, but if you're hitting a 3-power ball from down there, you really need to bring out a big dog or a cataclysm. I suppose you could bring out your horizon. It at least hits farther, but All right, here we go. Here we go. 8.1 divided by 1.7. 5.24 rings. .24 rings. Here's 5. I'm going to do 5. And I'm going to do just a sliver. I'm going to rub the nubs. Oh, I'm in trouble. That was 2 rings great to the left. That's not good. I'm in the sand right there. All right. Making it hard on ourselves. I played the front, and then I had to go do some work, and then I came back. In that 2 hours that I did some work, I lost my touch. Dang it. Hell, if I was going to do that, I might as well have did the max over pair hook. See if my opponent can get in. I'm going to get in. I'm making this shot. And we're going to recover right here. Oh, they came so close. They came so close. You know they're at home going, damn it. Arrgh. And that spot blows. We'll see. Hitting it perfect? We will see. I didn't, with that side wind, I was afraid to go too far over. At that level, I could have did the rings. It really sucks when you hit one of those wedge shots perfect and it doesn't go in. That is unfortunate. Dang it. That's all right. If we took them all, if we made all of these shots during the opening round, we wouldn't leave anything for the weekend round. So we got to leave something for the weekend round. The way it looks like for qualifying on this, if you can shoot the minimum score, you can qualify. So we will see. We still have a few holes to pick some stuff up, but now I have to recover because I just dropped a shot. Damn it. All right. Did I make this shot on the front? I almost think I made this shot on the front. And I laid it up over here. Tried to avoid the row of signs here and the row of signs here, and I tried to get right in between them and went for it, as opposed to going this direction. Let's see which way the wind's blowing. We might be able to go. We might be able to go for it with that wind. Extra mile. I'm going to use a Titan because if I can get over there, I could use some of that wind. We'll see. We'll see. Nike Air. Nike Air goes first. Perfect. I got the flat bounce. The flat bounce. Almost made it through though. Two, 4, 6, 6. I'm going to take 2 miles an hour of that wind out. I'm going to take 3 miles an hour of that wind out. Hitting it perfect. Woo! Look at that. It carries down. It carries down in there quite a bit, and I didn't want to take the risk of overshooting that and either ending up in the drink right there or just ending up in the rough sand right in that area. So that's why I took a little bit of wind out. I didn't want to have to do half power. I mean, obviously the needle's not going as fast when you're doing half power, but it's hard to replicate like where's half. I suppose on my grid I could go down there and put some tick marks so that I know where the area is at, but I haven't. Hitting it perfect. All right, we made up for the shot we dropped, but now you can't make up for the shot you dropped. You can cover its slot, but that's one shot right there. One more shot I should have been up. 25 right now would be really good. Really good. Real nice. 17, 18. What is 17? Yes. This par 3. And I think what I did, in the qualifying round, I actually think I did recover from it, but in rookie, I'm doing a plus 30. I haven't made one yet, but I'm getting closer. I started with a plus 10, and then I went to a plus 20, and then I'm at plus 30, and I'm right there. I think, where are my notes? Is it still plus 3? I think it is. I think the last time I was on here, I didn't hit it great, but I'm in the ballpark. And I tried this plus 30 in pro, and the wind was blowing this direction, and I pulled it back, and it stayed in the sand. I do think I made it from there, though. So I think I went to a plus 10 on the front, and I made this hole on the front. Let's see where we're at. Which way's the wind blowing? What did I bring? I think I was using this bag right here, and I was using a rock. I can't remember what ball. I'm not sure if I just brought a navigator. I think I did use a navigator just to cut the wind down a little. And if I remember correctly, I think I was in mid club at 1.1. We'll see. We will see. If I am at mid club, it's just the wind, whatever the wind is. Psychotic 1. There's min sniper. Oh, I still am in sniper. I'm in mid sniper. All right. I'm going to be 2 rings into the rough. Let me get back so I can see what I'm doing. Seven divided by 1.1, 636. There's 5, 6, 36, exactly. Now if you ask yourself, how does he get that so exact? I'm that good. That would have been like I just did it where I was out in my club right there, but like plus 0.2 or 5%. That looks like if I'd have did a 6.5 pull, it would have been right there. So 1.05 times the wind. A 5% would have been 6.7, and that would have been too much. So I think it's like wherever you're at in your club, mid club plus 0.2. I think that works. Mid club plus 0.2. In that case, it's like 1.5. I haven't made this hole yet in any of my accounts, but I am getting closer to it. And this hole is definitely playing different. And I have over the years made a bunch of hole-in-ones on this hole, but not this week. Not so far. I'm saving this hole for the weekend. I'm going to get all that stuff worked out. I'm going to play my low-level account first in my rookie, and then I'm going to play my 77 account so I can see if I can get some of the... I got the spin stuff so I can really kind of help my low-level account with the spin. Now what I need to do is get my trajectory right. I'm getting my distance good. Now I can work on trajectory. In the hole! In the hole! Alright, last hole. Last hole. I'm going to pick my bag first. I know what I'm taking. I know what I'm taking is this bag right here. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take that bag. Because depending on where I'm at, I may end up needing that Cataclysm or that Goliath. And if you're in the right spot, you won't. But if you're in the wrong spot, having the big stuff won't hurt. Won't hurt. Alright, and I was doing a 10% on this. So 1.1 times the wind. Let me look at that. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that was an APOC. Times 2 divided by 1.5. All right. Now the little red tree out there that I'm using as a marker, from where its trunk comes down to the ground, I want to be 1 3/4 rings to the right of that. Or excuse me, yeah, 1 3/4 rings. And with this particular wind, I'm almost thinking I might want to go 2. I have no idea what my opponent's doing, because that wasn't a full slice, that was a partial slice. And they're in the tree and rough. They might have, there's a lane through these trees, they might have access to it. .469. Okay, you see this? See the stump? I want to be 1 3/4 rings to the right. 4.69 rings. There's 469. And I got it all. There ain't no partial hook on that. That's either going to be in the right area or I'm going to be in big ass trouble. And I'm trying to stay as, on this fairway when it goes down, I'm trying to stay as high as I can, because I think it rolls out a little bit better, and to try and get past that tree. Like, I have a shot from here, but I'm going to have to use left-hand side spin to bring me back around to the cup. I think I was at minimum club. 1.1, and I did a 10% adjustment on this, so it's 1.1 times the wind divided by wherever I'm at in my club. And from where I'm at, I'm a little bit shorter, so I might be eking towards mid. What is that? 7, 6 is 2.9. 2.9. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. I'm at max club. So it's 6.3 divided by 1.7. It's 4.07, and I should be adding on plus 0.1, so I'm going to do 4.2. Man, that's not going to be good. I'm going to end up in trouble. Hitting it perfect. Woo! In the hole. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I backed up. I backed it up. I got an Albie on the front. I got an Albie on the back. 2 Albies in the opening round. That's what I'm talking about. Albie. I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even notice that my opponent got an Albie. I wasn't even paying attention to their shot. How did I miss that? I must have been doing the math and looking at the thing and writing the stuff down. I really just wasn't paying attention. So I dropped the shot. That's 29, and I can't be upset about the minus 28. The backside was not as good as the front, but the one that not picking the shots up, that's just part of the deal. But hole number 6, not picking up, dropping a shot off of minimum score, that is, to me, that's brutal. That's the brutal right there. Brutal. But I am kind of excited that I got back-to-back Albies on hole number 9. That's pretty awesome. And I did a 10% adjustment on that, wherever I was in my club. That particular time I was in max, but the last time I was in minimum club. All right, there you have it. An opening round in pro, minus 28. I think where that'll put me is that will be in the... somebody might come up there tomorrow and drop it down, but I think that's going to be a solid top 5. That'll be a fairly good tiebreaker. I mean, it's not going to be the 30 tiebreaker, but it'll be a nice tiebreaker. Thanks for watching. I'm going to I might shoot my rookie round tonight, I should say, after I get done eating, but we'll see how that goes. So I will see you then. Hold on, I got one thing. I can do my club card trading before we go. Appreciate everybody who watches the channel. If you're a subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, I think like 50% of the people that watch the channel aren't subscribers. So if you're watching the channel and you like the content, hit subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment. All right. I say I'm not sure I would use my Thor's hammer, but there are some shots that, like, there are some shots when you get up to level 7, there are some shots that it would be good on. My buddy Kyle, when he was going up the ranks, that was the only driver he used, was a Thor's hammer, because it had backspin and had a lot of stuff on it. But I like curl. I don't know, not every shot do I do a lot of curl on it, so I mean, it's not like it's a big deal, but that club is awesome. It does have a lot of really good stuff on it. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.